kind of flip the script a little bit and go to somebody who's not.
Wow, why are you finding a picture of him sweating with the greasy?
Gotta get that greasy, man. To get that.
He got the Henny
Crumps, man.
Yeah, gotta get that Henny, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Sweating at the foul line like Pat Ewing.
Sweating at the foul line like Pat Ewing.
Got the nori.
Yeah, man. Oh, okay, yeah. Columbia House, man. Hey, man, shout out to Cool Ass Marco.
Yeah. Columbia House had him, but it was
Cool Ass. Okay, yeah, they had the album for the Penny joint. Yeah.
I was copping like 40 albums at one time, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, that was serious for the collection too.
Yeah,
serious.
But we gotta talk about J Camp's favorite producer, man, and rapper, man, Sus Diddy. He's actually being rewarded with a BET award this month at the BET Award, the 2022 BET Awards. He's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, but I got to push back a little bit, man. What has he done to be rewarded for? Because if we go back to his music, yes, he made great music, but all the people that were involved are either broke, dead, or just struggle bus right now, man. Like, does he deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award? You don't even give your artist they publish him back. Your son owns they publisher.
I'm gonna say, regardless of our personal thoughts about this matter, I mean, like you indicated, Iceberg, Diddy is a legacy entertainer from his prime, and in the backing of his artists of then Bad Boy, back in the 90s, with your legends like Craig Mack, Mace, 112, Fade,
dead,
and then
broke.
the obvious. Go ahead, Iceberg.
Dead broke.
Yeah, and then the obvious Biggie Smalls. And but speaking of which, I mean, if Diddy, since Diddy's gonna get it, okay, it is what it is, and I guess I'm all right with that in general. But however, though, if Diddy's gonna be, well, I don't endorse Diddy getting one before the Notorious B.I.G. You know what I'm saying? I don't. So, so it just is what it is. Sus Diddy, he's slated to receive an award. Okay, but then soon after, we need to start seeing some other legacy hip hop artists just really get their just due here soon. I saw what you said there, by the way, hip hop VCR. what you got to say about the matter, Iceberg? Oh, my bad, Trill.
Go ahead, Trill.
Nah, I was just gonna say I land somewhere in the middle between you, and hip hop VCR, because at the end of the day, he has his paws on hip hop. Like, he has a paw print on hip hop. Like, we can't deny that. Like, he's got. I mean, he's got his name etched on hip hop. Like, we cannot whitewash that. Like, we just can't. No matter how we feel about Diddy, that's where I lean into the hip hop VCR side of things. However, however, there's a but in there with a dot.
Extra dots.
I agree with you, Bebo, to where, to me, the impact that Biggie had on hip hop should be rewarded before Sean Combs. And the fact we still got plenty of time to give Sean Combs a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that Tupac ain't got one yet.
Right.
Biggie ain't got one yet.
Right.
These are cats to me that have more skin in the game.
They do.
Than Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for what Biggie has brought to hip hop, his overall impact in his short span of being in hip hop was bigger than, to me, it was MJ-esque. When we talk about like how huge MJ is still,
right?
So let me put it this way: if you seen Biggie while he was living, to me, that's like looking at royalty. The same way I view MJ when I seen him the first time. I felt like I was, I don't want to say staring God in the face. I don't want to use those terms, but I felt like I was staring King in his face. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about Biggie when he was living, when I was a huge fan of hip hop, when I was growing up in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it.
And
I'm not saying that Diddy is undeserving. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel that if I'm on the award panel, I'm handing it to cats like Biggie and Tupac first, because I feel like they are hip hop. I feel like they have bred dudes in the game now. Like they laid a blueprint.
Right.
I mean, that's how I look at it.
No, all day. You know what, Jammer? You and I are essentially communicating the same message to me. Like, I'm not trying to say that he doesn't need to have one. I'm just saying, like, basically, it's both sides of the coin, which also I think intertwines with hip hop VCR. Which, by the way, brother, no, to my knowledge, Biggie nor Pac has one. I think Public Enemy does. I've heard Queen Latifah does, but I can't verify that.
I don't think Queen has one. I
can't verify that she does, sure. I think Public Enemy does, and Run DMC does. So as far as hip hop artists,
but if Biggie and Tupac were living,
but they don't. But those two don't.
They still should have had one. Like,
they still absolutely.
But I can't say this though, that hip hop VCR kind of is like that old brother that you like, man, why you gotta be right all the time?
Facts.
He did say that. I go back to this though. He did say he's getting rewarded for the music, not the morals. So,
and I think that's what
of course I'm looking at morals, and of course if you look at music, yes. Like,
but I'm not even looking at the morals aspect of it. I'm
not
looking
either.
at the music aspect of it, because when I look at cats like Biggie and Pac, they are hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that Diddy's not either, but I look at Diddy as an entertainer, not hip hop. You know,
right?
Like, Biggie and Pac embody the spirit of hip hop. I don't look at Diddy as that. I'm sorry, I don't. Diddy is a mogul. He is a phenomenal entertainer.
Right.
He, to me, like when I think of a rapper, when I think of hip hop, I don't put Diddy in that space, because Diddy was more of a business mogul.
But
he was an outside influence.
And you know, basically couple that with the fact that this is a lifetime achievement award. So I mean, there's like more artists from like pretty much most other genre that's received this award than hip hop artists. I mean, you can count on less than 5 fingers how many hip hop artists received it. And there should be a ton of legacy artists, like I was saying earlier, that should definitely get this.
Think about cats like KRS-One.
Well, yeah, exactly my point. Individuals of that fray, but also to go along with that, you know, your KRS's, your Rakims, your Big Daddy Kane's, your MC Lights, and so forth. I mean, that list of legends can go on and on. But couple that with the fact that you've had artists, right? But I mean, let's go even outside of hip hop. You've had cats, you know, from the Motown fray and just outside of Motown, legends that died, legends that died broke or maybe got robbed.
Can you say that Diddy like our Quincy Jones of hip hop?
I mean, nobody can compare to the Quincy. I don't think.
I mean, like when I think of lifetime
Diddy's crafted albums, man. You can't deny he's crafted albums.
I think that's what we're trying to say. Like we give him his just due. Yeah, we give him his credit on that.
But how many home runs though did Quincy Jones hit?
I mean,
like
more
Quincy
than you
Jones, he was batting damn near 1,000
albums.
Yeah,
he's
more than you can count.
1,000.
More than you can count.
Yeah. But Diddy's had his success. He's had his successes.
That's why I wanted to be clear and say I take nothing away from Diddy.
Same here.
Take nothing away from Diddy. Diddy is still doing his thing. There's still to me. There's still time.
You know, it's kind of like when we had the discussion about Meg Thee Stallion and is she a star? You know, we have to give her just due. You know what I'm saying? To say like, yeah, I mean, regardless of what side we are in, like what we think about her as an artist, you know, we got to give credit where it's due on that. So I think this is very similar. You know what I'm saying? Diddy has made significant accomplishments, particularly in his prime of, you know, Bad Boy and when they were doing their thing. So we can't take that away from him. He is sus Diddy.
I do agree with hip hop VCR's counter. point to be too.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah,
But like I said, cool ass is saying it right here though. We got to consider who's giving out the award, and this is some black excellence type stuff too. You know, this isn't hip hop.
I mean, we know what it is. I mean, this is that star that Khaled received not long ago type of situation.
That Ashanti with Walk of Fame joint.
Yeah, that Ashanti.
And I would say too, again, when we talk about the excellence, you know, the Smokey Robbins of the world, the baby faces, I'm thinking about the guys who put in them grind hours with the craft, picking up the instrument too, picking up the mics.
And again, how many of those
that's what I think, at least in my mind, of when I'm thinking about lifetime achievement for your craft.
How many of those cats that actually received the award went broke from some shoddy situation or person too? We have to consider that as well. So
I mean, Kokomo had a great point about taking into consideration who's actually handing out the award, which was going to be
bigger than
my
anything.
point anyway, because we know they have handed out awards to Lil Nas X. So to me, the credibility already for BET falls to the floor for me.
Facts.
Yeah.
If I had a boo-boo emoji, I'd throw it up on the screen right now. I mean, that's basically how I feel about that.
So long story short, you know, I guess I understand like hip hop VCR, cool ass, they swaying me a little bit, Paul.
They swaying me too, man. I mean, those are great counter arguments.
My initial reaction was,
I don't see them as counters though.
Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Because even Mace trying to get his
publishing back.
Trying to get his publishing back. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. If Diddy would have took the time to right some of his wrongs, and then come out and do some of the rollouts that he's trying to do with a new label and this new song talking about getting with a 20-year-old chick and all, but I do understand, man. The dude has a legacy.
The work he's put in.
I'm also understanding who's giving it out to. So I get it.
But he's got a stamp in the game, man.
He does.
When you stamp the people, you know what I'm saying, in entertainment lore, hip hop lore, Diddy's stamp is going to be on there.
And I don't see I don't see those, you know, comments that were made by Kokomo down there, aka Cool Ass, and Hip Hop VCR's counters. I really see them as contributions to a very synonymous point that I think that we're all mentioning. You know what I'm saying? I think we're somewhat in harmony. We're just, you know, adding elements to the recipe, whatever. So I mean, I think that pretty much most all of us are in agreement, or maybe all of us are in agreement about the fact that, like Jay Camp said, you know, regardless of, again, like I was saying too, regardless of what we think,
I was way over here. I was way left, dude, and then now I'm in the middle. Like,
you can't whitewash what Diddy's done. Diddy has.
Yeah,
he's got a footprint. He got a paw print.
He worked his ass off.
Yeah, and regardless of how you feel about him personally, I'm taking personal stuff out of
songs, classic artists.
I'm putting too much personal in it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all the bull he's been doing, man.
He's still sus Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But we can't erase what he's, you know, what contribution.
When you look at his resume, his entertainment resume is long. You notice I'm still using entertainment on there. His entertainment resume is deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't deny it. You can't deny it.
Cool ass. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he is a part of this thing. Yeah.